$300 million worth of doses to I guess, save people if we are hit with a nuclear weapon from Russia, Iran, whoever. What are your thoughts on this?
Well, I didn't expect to have such a question or such a build-up to my appearing with you, but of course, what you're saying is it's quite clear that we're in a lot of trouble across the world, and we have thankfully an election coming up, and hopefully we can energize our masses of folks who understand, who are sane enough to understand what's going on, to get to the ballot box and try to try to change the course of where we're going.
Yeah. Hey, John, allow me just, and I didn't mean to throw a question at you like that, because it's a heavy question. You know, it is. We might be facing a nuclear...
It's okay. Look, what you're saying, I listened to the whole thing. I was sitting here listening to the entire thing, and certainly it's a very meaningful monologue that you've put forth, and very, very scary. And none of this would have happened had we had Donald Trump as our president. Of course, we know that, and it seems quite amazing that we could go so far off track, and yet many of us, I think yourself included, predicted exactly what's going on. Although I didn't know, I don't think anybody thought it would happen this quickly or this badly.
You know, John.
But anyway, we have an election coming up.
Yeah, no. What I wanted to tell you, what I want to say to the American people right now watching is, I wanted to talk to Jon Voight, not Jon Voight the actor, not Jon Voight the celebrity. I wanted to talk to Jon Voight, the American patriot, the God-fearing, the law-abiding American citizen who's watching a country go from, in just 2 short years, to go from, I think, world respected or at least feared, which, in the case of nuclear war, both are pretty good, to the point where go ahead. Yeah.
Well, I was going to say, Eric, that this man, Donald Trump, was our president. Not only did he build an economy that was as strong as any we'd ever seen in this country, but we had a certain kind of peace that came from his understanding of the leadership around the world, and he was able to even make friends, or at least gain the respect of all the major leadership, and even the most dreaded ones, when he came into office, found a way to get in line and give us hope that there would be peace around the world. What he did, of course, was unprecedented with what he did in Israel, with the nation surrounding that little country, and he showed the way toward peace. And now we have someone who his agenda is so far removed from anything healthy for our country, and it's quite disturbing. As you're talking about Third World War. Yes, you're not off. So what we have to do is we have to find ways to reconstitute our country's values and our position in the world, and our leadership certainly has to change.
You think about this 5 years ago, if someone said, a few years down the road, there's going to be a global pandemic that'll kill 7, 8 million, more than 1 million Americans will be dead. You'll be locked in your home. You won't go to school. You won't be able to go to work. They'll make you wear masks. You have to do all these things. You'll have men who want to compete against women, allowed to swim in swimming pools and compete against women, using different bathrooms. You have little kids being exposed to sexual dances because some trans groups want to expose their children. If you said 5 years ago this would be what we'd be looking at, you'd say, you're out of your mind. So when I say something like, I don't know, Biden just bought $300 million worth of nuclear vaccine to help us survive nuclear fallout, I don't know, it doesn't even sound that crazy anymore.
Oh, I'm telling you, we're in a lot of trouble. But there's hope. We have to look for the signs of hope. We've just had prime minister elected in Italy named Maloney,
Yeah.
who was a firecracker and a wonderful, clear-thinking person, and she's reviving the spirits of that nation. And I think, you know, I think there's going to be conservatives taking positions of influence all across the world now because of exactly what's going on, and we must join them. Yeah. And we must, you know, return ourselves to sanity.
Jon,
get on a proper positive light.
Before we let you go, you have a new movie coming out this month, and it's called. Tell us a little bit about it. Tell us about the new movie, and maybe we can see.
It's called Dangerous Game.
Let's see a little piece of it. We have some of that, folks.
Game.
Welcome to Dangerous Game, an immersive murder mystery where you are the detective. Solve the mystery, find the killer, and win the game.
It sounds like a hoot. Let's play.
How about it? I'm out of here. Enjoy your quick board game. The gate's shut.
What?
Don't be alarmed. Join us in the great room.
Killer is on the loose. Solve the puzzles to send them home. But to win the game, only one shall remain.
Jon Voight, tell us quickly about the movie before I let you go.
Well, it is what is stated. It's a whodunit that turns horrifying toward the end, and it is in a way what you described. Your whole build-up may be exactly the proper entrance into this film, because it is a horror show, but we have a lot of fun watching it, and it's a very impressive group of actors that came together to scare us. You know,
always good. I'm definitely on board, Jon. We're gonna go watch that movie. Jon, I really appreciate your time. Jon Voight, folks, thank you for joining us. Folks,
okay. All right.
Folks, if you want to watch his new film, Dangerous Game, The Legacy Murders, it'll be available on digital platforms on October 21st. Good, always good.